Imagine you buy a car. A nice one. You save up, you pay the full price, and it is finally yours. You drive it home proud. Winter comes, and it gets cold. So you reach over and press the button for the heated seats. And nothing happens. The seats stay cold. So you check, and you find something that makes your blood boil. The heated seats are there, built right into your car. But they will not turn on. Not unless you pay a monthly fee. Forever. You own the car. You own the seats. The heating wires are right there, under you, ready to go. But a company far away has locked them, and they will only unlock them if you keep paying, month after month, for as long as you own the car. This is not a made-up story. This really happened. And it is a glimpse of a future that many big companies are trying very hard to build. A future where you do not really own the things you buy. You just rent little pieces of them, forever. In this video, we are going to look at one of the sneakiest and most worrying tricks of all. The way that things you own are being quietly turned into things you rent. Because more and more, what you buy is not really built to be yours. It is built to keep charging you again and again for as long as you dare to keep it. Let's start with that car, because it is such a perfect and shocking example. A big, famous car maker really did try this. They sold cars that had heated seats built right in. But to actually use those seats, the customer had to pay a subscription, around $18 a month, or you could pay for a year, or a few years, or a big sum for unlimited use. Think about that. You paid, in full, for a car that has heated seats inside it. And then they asked you to pay again, every month, just to switch them on. People were, quite rightly, furious. It felt like a betrayal. It felt greedy. And the backlash was so huge that the company backed down and dropped the heated seat fee. They even admitted, later, that it was probably not the best idea. But do not celebrate too quickly. Because while they gave up on charging for the seats, they made it very clear that they still love the subscription idea. They are simply looking for other features to charge for instead. The retreat on heated seats was not the end of the plan. It was just them learning where the line was, for now. And they are far from alone. Another luxury car maker charges a yearly fee to unlock more speed from cars that people already own. The car can go faster. The ability is already built in. But you must pay, every year, to be allowed to use it. Other makers are doing similar things, locking away power and features, and even parts of the car's own abilities, behind monthly and yearly fees. The car in your driveway, that you paid for, is being turned into a machine that keeps asking you for more money, just to be fully itself. Now, you might think this is only a car problem, but it is not. This same idea is spreading into everything. We have already seen it with printers, where some companies want you to rent your ink by the month, and will switch off the ink in your own printer if you stop paying. We have seen it creeping into cameras and doorbells, where the device works, but you must pay a monthly fee to actually save and watch your own recordings. It has taken over the world of computer programs, too. It used to be that you bought a piece of software once, and it was yours to use forever. Now, more and more, you must pay every single month, forever, just to keep using the same programs. Stop paying, and the software you rely on simply stops working. You never own it. You just rent it, month after month, year after year, paying far more over time than you ever would have to own it outright. Even cars that are really computers on wheels now sell little unlocks. Pay a fee, and your car can suddenly go faster, or drive itself a little, or reach further on a charge. The strange thing is, the ability was already there, in the car, all along. They just kept it locked, waiting for you to pay to set it free. You are not really buying a new feature. You are paying rent on a feature you already own. So why do companies love this so much? Why are they all racing toward it? The answer is simple, and it is all about money. When you buy something once, the company gets paid once. That is a single moment of money, and then it is over. But when they can charge you every month, forever, they get paid again and again and again for the very same thing. A customer who pays once is worth a certain amount. A customer who pays every month, for years, is worth far, far more. To a company, turning a sale into a subscription is like turning a single drink of water into a tap that never stops running. Of course they want it. It is a river of money that flows forever. And there is a dream behind all of this, that these companies rarely say out loud. It is a future where you own almost nothing. Where your car, your gadgets, your software, your tools, even parts of your home, are all rented, from them, by the month. where you never quite finish paying for anything, ever. Where every warm seat, every bit of speed, every feature is a little tap they can turn on or off, depending on whether you keep paying. To them, that is the perfect world. To you, it should sound like a trap with no exit. Because here is the dark side of renting instead of owning. When you own a thing, it is yours, no matter what. But when you rent it, you are never safe. The price will go up. The moment you stop paying, the feature vanishes. And you can pour money into a thing for years, and at the end, own nothing at all. All those monthly fees, gone, with nothing to show for them but the memory of features you were briefly allowed to use. There is another cruel twist, too, especially with cars. What happens when you sell your car to someone else? Those locked features, and their fees, may not simply carry over. The next owner might have to start paying all over again for seats or speed that the car has always had. So the trick does not just cost the first buyer. It follows the car down the years, squeezing money out of every person who ever owns it. A single car, quietly charging rent to a whole line of owners for features it had from the very first day. So who wins from all of this? The companies, of course. They take a thing you would have bought once and turn it into a stream of payments that never ends. They get paid over and over for features that are already built and already paid for. And they inch us all, step by step, toward a world where we own nothing and rent everything from them. And who loses? You do. You pay far more, over time, for things you never truly own. You lose the simple security of buying a thing and having it be yours. And you live under a quiet threat that any feature you rely on could be switched off or priced up at any moment, unless you keep paying. And by now, you know this pattern, even though it wears a new mask. It is not about the thing breaking this time. It is about the thing being held hostage. The feature is built in and works perfectly. They just lock it and charge you rent forever. It is planned obsolescence turned inside out. Instead of making the thing die too soon, they make it refuse to fully work unless you keep paying. And it goes far beyond cars and printers. Once you start looking, you see this leash everywhere. Think about video games. It used to be that you bought a game, and it was yours to play forever. Now, many games demand that you stay connected to the company's servers and pay for this or that just to keep playing. And when the company decides to switch those servers off, the game you paid for can simply stop working. You did not buy the game. You rented the right to play it until they decided otherwise. Think about exercise machines. There have been cases of fancy treadmills and exercise bikes that people paid a great deal of money for, suddenly locking away their best features behind a monthly fee. Stop paying, and your expensive machine turns into a plain, dumb version of itself. You are pedaling on a bike you own, unable to use the very features you bought it for because you did not keep paying the monthly toll. Even farmers have been caught in this. The giant machines that plant and harvest our food have been locked down with software, so that farmers must go through the company and its fees and its dealers just to keep their own tractors running. When the tools that grow our food are turned into rentals, you know this trend has gone very far indeed. And here is a sneaky little detail that makes it all worse. Small fees are easy to miss. $18 here, $10 there. A few dollars for this app, a few for that feature. Each one feels tiny, harmless, not worth worrying about. But they add up, quietly, in the background. Most people are paying for a whole pile of little subscriptions they have half forgotten about, draining money from their accounts, month after month, for things they barely even use. The smallness is the trick. No single fee is big enough to make you cancel. But together, they can cost a fortune. Let's do the math on just that one car example to see how it stacks up. $18 a month for heated seats might not sound like much, but over a single year, that is more than $200. Over the 10 or 15 years you might own the car, it is thousands of dollars. Thousands for seats that were already built into the car you bought. You could have bought the whole heating system many times over for what they want to charge you to rent it. That is the true cost of the leash once you add it all up. And behind all of these little fees sits that grand dream we mentioned. Some people have summed it up in a chilling little phrase. A future where you will own nothing. Where everything in your life is rented from a handful of giant companies forever. Your entertainment, your software, your car's features, your home's gadgets. All of it. A stream of monthly payments that never ends and never leaves you owning a single thing. To the companies, That is paradise. A world where the money never stops flowing in. For you, it is a life spent paying rent on your own life. There is one more quiet cost to all of this, too. Data. Many of these connected, subscription things are also busy watching you and gathering up information about how you live, what you do, and where you go, and then selling it. So you are often paying them a monthly fee and being turned into a product they can sell at the very same time. You pay twice, once with your money and once with your privacy. Picture the everyday face of all this. A person sits down at the end of a long month and finally looks closely at their bank statement. And there they are. A little charge for this, a little charge for that, a subscription they forgot they even had, a fee to unlock a feature in a thing they already own. Line after line, small payment after small payment, all flowing out, quietly, automatically, to companies far away. And they realize, with a sinking feeling, that they are renting huge parts of their own life and had not even noticed it happening. And notice the deepest trick of all in this. With the old kind of planned obsolescence, at least the thing had to break for them to sell you another. There was a limit. A drill could only die so often. But a subscription has no limit. It just keeps taking, month after month, whether the thing breaks or not. They have found a way to get paid, forever, without even needing the product to fail. In a strange way, it is the perfect version of everything this channel is about. Not a thing built to fail, but a thing built to charge you, endlessly, for as long as you dare to keep it. And that is why they love it so much, and why they are pushing it into everything they possibly can. So how do you fight back? You have more power than you think. First, whenever you can, buy the feature outright, not by subscription. Many things that are offered as a monthly fee can also be bought once, for a fair price. Owning it, even if it costs a bit more today, is almost always cheaper and safer than renting it forever. Second, before you buy something big, ask a simple question. What here is a subscription? What might they charge me for, later, on top of the price? A car, a gadget, or a program that is riddled with monthly fees is a money pit in disguise. Sometimes the cheaper option, with all its subscriptions, is by far the most expensive in the end. Third, support the pushback. When people got angry about the heated seats, the company backed down. That is proof that this can be stopped. Every time customers refuse to accept renting their own things, and say so loudly, the companies feel it. Your voice and your wallet are real weapons here. Fourth, treasure the things that are simply, fully yours. A tool, a gadget, a program that you buy once and own forever, with no fees and no locks, is becoming a rare and precious thing. Seek those out. Reward the companies that still sell you a thing, instead of renting you a piece of it. Fifth, take a few minutes, now and then, to hunt down your own hidden subscriptions. Look through your bank statement, line by line, and find every little recurring fee. You will almost certainly find some you had forgotten about or no longer use. Cancel the ones you do not truly need. It is one of the fastest ways there is to put real money back into your pocket, often hundreds of dollars a year, without changing your life at all. And it sends a small, clear message to the companies that you are watching, that you will not just keep paying quietly forever. In a world that is built entirely on you not noticing, the simple act of noticing becomes a powerful thing. And most of all, remember the trick. When a feature you already paid for asks you to pay again, every month, to use it, you now know exactly what is happening. You are being asked to rent your own property. And once you can see that clearly, you can refuse to play along. So the next time you buy something and discover a monthly fee hiding inside it, waiting to unlock what should already be yours, stop and see it for what it truly is. Not a service, a leash, a quiet way to turn the thing you bought into a thing you must keep renting forever. You are supposed to own the things you buy. More and more. They are trying to make sure you never really do. But you get the final say. Every single time you refuse to rent what you should be able to own, you take a little of that power right back. This is just one trick, spreading across everything we own. On this channel, we keep pulling them apart and showing you the fees and the locks hidden inside the things you trust. Because once you can see the leash, you can choose the things that set you free. So stick around. There is a whole lot more to uncover.